2025 was a powerful year for animal advocacy in Canada.
Animal justice.
Animal justice.
Animal justice.
Animal justice.
Animal justice was there to stand up for animals in the courts, in Parliament,
Canada has fallen far behind.
and in the media.
Animal justice. Animal justice.
Animal justice. Animal justice.
We launched the largest cage-free campaign in Canadian history.
Sobeys doesn't want you to see this.
Continued to fight dangerous ag-gag laws.
That's why the government wants to criminalize this bully.
Fought to save the remaining whales and dolphins at Marineland.
With federal support, with provincial support to make this happen, anything is possible.
And exposed abuse inside factory farms and animal labs, directly helping many of those very animals find freedom.
According to an article published in the National Post today,
that the St. Joseph's Healthcare Centre in London, Ontario.
Research done in London, Ontario that involved
effectively inducing heart attacks in the dogs.
Animal justice helped two courageous whistleblowers expose heartbreaking abuse at a secret dog experimentation lab at St. Joseph's Hospital in London, Ontario.
Hospital officials announced they were ending all animal testing in London following public backlash.
More than 100 animal lovers and activists gathered outside London's St. Joseph's Hospital.
And with local support, led to a promise to rehome the dogs. The story even reached Queen's Park.
Ontario Premier Doug Ford's promise to follow through on a threat to ban scientific research on cats and dogs.
The poor thing. I mean, that's terrible. Whoever leaked it out, I want to thank them. You aren't going to use pets, dogs or cats, to experiment on any longer.
This builds on a growing push to end animal testing in Canada. After we helped pass new federal laws in 2023, the government has finally published a bold strategy to end toxicity testing on animals. And animal justice is continuing to expose the reality of secretive animal testing in Canadian labs. Farmed animals captured the public's attention in new ways in 2025.
These ostriches have been on death row for 8 months since an avian flu outbreak at the Universal Ostrich Farm last winter.
The Canadian Food Inspection Agency has said that it has completed the cull of the ostriches.
The year before, we had exposed the CFIA's sloppy and heartless response to avian flu. The Universal Ostrich Farm massacre brought these problems to national headlines.
Animal Justice Canada has lodged a formal complaint with the Canadian Food Inspection Agency.
This is inappropriate for a number of reasons. The CFIA's own manual says it's not a good idea to shoot birds.
This past year, animal justice stood up for all animals exploited on farms, especially those trapped in cages.
Gathered outside a Sobeys location on Saturday, calling on the company to go cage-free.
In 2025, we launched Canada's largest ever campaign to liberate hens from cruel confinement. We went undercover and discovered abuse at an egg supplier for Sobeys.
We knew it was time to expose the truth behind the practices of one of Canada's largest grocery retailers.
Wherever Sobeys went, we followed, with protests at stores, sporting events, and award shows.
This isn't what Canadians want. Let's hold Sobeys accountable.
With drones this year, we exposed how calves are held in isolation in veal crates, highlighting the legal gaps that allow this.
NFACS codes aren't laws and aren't legally binding. They mainly serve to convince the public that industry doesn't need regulating.
We partnered with environmental groups on both sides of the border to oppose two proposed mega dairies in North Dakota.
If approved, the expansion will introduce more than 37,000 cows to the area. The fear is this operation will send manure and other pollutants into the Red River, which flows north into Manitoba.
Our efforts paid off when the International Joint Commission announced they'll be reviewing the projects. After a setback caused by the snap federal election, we renewed our push to ban the export of live horses to Japan for slaughter.
For the first time, animal justice has documented this grueling journey from the start all the way to the end in Japan.
Trial in a rare private prosecution case.
And continued our private prosecution against a horse exporter. And thanks to you, after years of fighting, we helped defeat a federal ag-gag bill in the Senate that could have jailed compassionate citizens. And we fought at the Court of Appeal to uphold our victory, striking down Ontario's dangerous ag-gag law that outlawed undercover investigations at farms. Animal justice continued to defend companion animals. We challenged the CFIA's devastating ban on most international dog rescue. And despite a loss in court, we're still working to lift the ban and help desperate dogs. And for the first time, we exposed the grim world of commercial ferret breeding by going undercover at a Manitoba ferret farm.
A ferret farm in Melita is being investigated by the province.
After hidden camera footage captured as many as 500 animals living in conditions that have animal advocates concerned.
No one is overseeing these facilities and they're operating completely in the dark.
As a direct result of our investigation, dozens of animals were rescued and have found loving families. Across the country in 2025, animal justice saw major victories for wild animals. We continue to push to end fur farming in Canada and filed a lawsuit against Quebec demanding an end to the cruel industry. We helped stop Winnipeg from gassing ground squirrels in their burrows. And after years of pressure from animal justice, the government of Alberta has ended the use of Compound 1080, an excruciating poison used to kill wolves. And in Ontario, we sued over unlawful licenses for the cruel blood sport of penned dog hunting, forcing the government to backtrack. This year, we celebrated the closure of Marineland, a watershed moment after their decades of animal neglect.
The Ontario Amusement Park has applied for federal export permits.
The federal government can't grant those permits unless it's in the best interests of the whales.
Beluga whales won't be moving to China, but their lives remain in limbo.
The government absolutely made the right choice in rejecting Marineland's request.
Animal justice advocates see opportunity to push for the development of a seaside sanctuary like the one proposed for a Nova Scotia inlet.
Now we're working with lawmakers, scientists, and the Whale Sanctuary Project to rehome the remaining belugas and dolphins.
It can be done. We have outlined an 8 to 9 month plan.
And prevent Marineland from killing them for convenience. Another roadside zoo we investigated, Waddles and Wags, has now closed after authorities finally seized distressed animals. We're still fighting for animals at Burvey Zoo, Ontario's worst roadside zoo, especially for Boogie, a little monkey who's paced and bitten herself for years in a miserable cage. We'll continue our efforts to free Boogie and other captive animals like her. We also confronted farm industry propaganda and cruel rodeo events, including the Royal Agricultural Winter Fair in Toronto and the Royal Manitoba Winter Fair in Brandon. And And we filed a legal complaint against the Calgary Stampede.
On Saturday, a horse was euthanized after suffering a broken leg during the Rangeland Derby.
There are animal protection laws in this province that prohibit causing distress to animals, and rodeo events should not be considered exempt from that law.
In 2025, the thousands of compassionate advocates in our community grew more powerful and influential than ever. We hosted another inspiring animal law and advocacy conference, this time expanding its scope to include more voices beyond the legal field. We made animals part of the federal election conversation, putting cruelty and compassion on the national agenda.
A number of animal advocacy organizations were putting good ideas on the table.
We should end intensive feedlot operations for many reasons.
We launched a whistleblower tip line to help people expose closed-door abuse and have already received hundreds of tips. And we're continuing to foster empowered animal advocates through our Animal Justice Academy training program.
Welcome to our Animal
which
Justice
has evolved
Academy.
into a powerful nationwide network. Our Animal Justice Action Team now has 17 lead organizers in 13 cities, heading up on-the-ground actions that drive change in law, corporate policy, and culture. Animal justice has been leading the fight for a kinder, more compassionate country. And none of this work would be possible without you. Thank you for being the best supporters imaginable. With you by our side, change is possible, and it's happening. Until every cage is empty and every life is treated with respect, together we'll keep building a better world for animals.